Thanks for checking out this question from our daily live Zoom calls. Please like and subscribe to keep learning how we help the largest online community of self-directed retirement investors and entrepreneurs grow and control their retirement funds. Question we're going to go through. Where's the best place? Or let's go through these questions. Thank you so much for your patience as we were teeing this up. So the first question we got from our Zoom here is, where's the best place to set up accounts? E-Trade? Who actually sets up the accounts, you or me? So great question. Thank you so much for bringing it. Obviously, you have to be eligible to set up a plan, right? Like we talked about earlier, you have to be self-employed with no full-time W-2 employees. We're neutral as far as where the accounts are at, but at the same time, we're very hands-on. We prepare the paperwork to open up an account or accounts at the bank or brokerage of your choice. Now, you might need multiple accounts. For example, if you have multiple people participating in the plan, like let's say you have a husband and wife, both self-employed, both working in the same business, both reporting their own earned self-employment income. In that case, it would be one plan sponsored by that one business, but each spouse would have money in separate sub-accounts, right? One account in the name of the plan for this first spouse, a second account in the name of the plan for the second spouse. Another reason why you might have different sub-accounts is if you have different types of money, right? Like pre-tax, Roth, and even Mega Backdoor Roth, because our plan allows for all of those different types. So you might have 6 accounts, right? If each spouse wants to have pre-tax Roth and Mega Backdoor Roth. Now, as far as some of those considerations in terms of where to open up the accounts, a lot of it comes down to what you're looking to invest in. So of course, if you're looking to invest in traditional investments like a mutual fund or an ETF or publicly traded stock, you need a brokerage account to do that. And we're neutral as far as which brokerage you would go with. Of course, there are many good options, but not every brokerage supports an account for a third-party plan. But some of the top options are Fidelity, Schwab, TD Ameritrade. E-Trade is also an option. So we have an online application, an online questionnaire after you submit the application and get started as part of the onboarding process, where you can tell us 24/7 where you want to have the accounts at. You can submit that multiple times. So you might say, I want to have bank accounts. I also want to have a brokerage account at Fidelity. Based on your answer, we'll prepare the paperwork to open up the accounts at the bank or brokerage of your choice. So I would say Fidelity and Schwab are probably the favorites, not only just because of their recognized name and people's familiarity with them, but also in our experience, they're probably the smoothest in terms of the account setup process. E-Trade is not as smooth based on client feedback and experience, but it's certainly not a problem. If you want to go with E-Trade, we can prepare the paperwork to open up accounts there. Now, as far as if you're looking at some of those considerations, if you were to go on our website and search for different names, you would find we have dedicated pages talking about some of the features. So for example, here's the page that talks about E-Trade, and I'll chat this over in the Zoom so you can take a look at that. Now, as far as why someone might want to have a bank account, a lot of times folks set up accounts with us because they're also looking to invest in alternative investments like real estate. So by having a bank account, now you get access to things like certified bank checks, you get access to a debit card. And if for folks that are investing in, say, rental real estate, where they're paying for expenses related to their real estate investment, having that debit card is oftentimes helpful to pay those expenses, right? If you're trying to pay the landscaper. Another consideration might be a reason you might want to get access to a certified bank check is, let's say you want to go to an auction to bid on a property. In order to get access to that auction, you need a certified bank check. So even though a number of the brokerages, like the ones we mentioned, do offer a checkbook feature, so it comes with a free checkbook, it's not a certified bank check. It's simply a checkbook. So if you need a certified bank check, you'll need a bank account for that purpose. So here's the page that talks about some of those bank versus brokerage considerations. So hopefully that helps.